You're going to be glad you clicked on this video because I'm about to show you why all the work I'm doing on this channel isn't completely pointless and redundant. There's just one word to prove it. The Arabic word Rabb. So the root letters of the word Rabb appear 980 times in the Quran, and it clocks in as the second most used name of Allah. The most used name of Allah is the word Allah itself. Rabb is the name that God uses for himself when he's first introducing us to the Quran with Surah Fatiha right off the bat. I want you guys to take that in for a moment. This is a very important word. Okay, so after all my research, I found that this word is unanimously translated as the English word Lord. Unanimously. Let me tell you something. I'm looking at up to 12 different well-regarded translations when I'm researching the best translations for you guys. And rarely, very rarely, does every single translation use the exact same English word to translate an Arabic word, especially an Arabic word like Rabb, which has many facets of meaning, like the names of Allah often do. But all these guys, respected and esteemed scholars of our times, they rarely agree on the same exact English word in their translations, especially on a word like this, but they do agree here. And guess what? After all my research, you'll be shocked that I found Lord is arguably not the best English translation for the word Rabb. No disrespect to the scholars translating. I get how they got to the word Lord, but I think there is a better alternative. Before you guys start pulling your beard hairs, I'm going to back all this up. Now, if you've seen any of my videos, you know I'm not just going to sit here and yap. I'm going to show you how I got to this conclusion step by step. So once again, buckle up. To start out, I want you to understand that my goal is to choose the best available English word, which is the closest approximation to the word Rabb. We are looking at this in terms of translation. When you translate something, it's necessary to sacrifice accuracy and precision sometimes to prioritize choosing the best one or two words to translate. A translation is like taking a picture of a beautiful landscape. It tries to capture the essence of the thing being said, but that means it won't give you the full depth of it. It will give you an image of the garden, but it won't tell you how the roses smell or the cool breeze in the air, how that feels. It goes for impact and clarity over depth and nuance. So our goal is to find ideally one single English word that is the best available option for the word Rabb. What I'm saying basically is that we're looking for the best translation, not the best explanation of this word. An explanation of Rabb would be many words. To find the best translation, it makes the most sense to start with the root of the word Rabb, which is composed of 3 letters, Ra, Ba, Ba. By the way, the root of an Arabic word is composed of typically 3 letters, which represent the core meaning or core concepts of the word. So I looked up the meaning, and there's a lot of related concepts to the word Rabb. I'm just going to give you guys a glance quickly at what I mean when I say there's a lot of concepts and a lot of explanation behind this one word, Rabb. The good news is I did notice a definite reoccurring theme. And here are the unique key themes that I saw repeating themselves in the root concepts of the word Rabb. To originate and place things on the path to perfection. Cultivating something stage by stage to completeness. To nourish and progress something stage by stage. And to sustain and preserve. And to determine and bring something to maturity. I'd like you guys to take a moment to comment with an English word you feel like best describes these concepts, because it's kind of hard to find. People, I want you to take in the fact that we are using the word Lord to describe these different concepts. Good Lord. I don't have beef with the word Lord, but my problem is that in the English-speaking world, we do not use this word in any relevant way. I think it's used most often in the word landlord, which just means a person who owns the land you live on. I think we can do better, is what I'm saying. And we are finally ready for the good part, everybody. The word, I believe, is better than the word Lord to translate Rabb is the word master. Again, calm yourselves. I'll explain. Let's do a comparison. The meaning of the word Lord has the following concepts: authority over something, power over something, leadership over something, ownership over something, title or status of a ruler. And here are the concepts that define the word master: highly capable, intense control, complete knowledge, high level of skill and proficiency, and extreme competency. If you just go over these two lists of concepts, you'll see a very clear difference between these two English words. And now let's compare them one by one to the concepts I mentioned about Rabb. By the way, aside from the listed concepts, I found some interesting commentaries about the word Rabb. When compared to the name Allah, for example, apparently the word Rabb has much more of an immediate and imminent connotation. For the sake of clarity, it's something like Allah invokes a transcendent reality beyond human comprehension. And Rabb, on the other hand, invokes the reality which allows you to digest your food and breathe your air. So let's add that as a concept to this list that we've already created. And right off the bat, you'll notice that the concepts of Lord are one-dimensional, whereas the concepts of Rabb are vast and deep. Lord seems to have more to do with a title of power and leadership, but it's silent on capability and immediacy. Whereas Rabb is such a vast and deep concept and highlights the intimate and immediate link of the creator and the creation. Now let's compare Rabb to master. If you look at this closely, you'll start to notice that although Rabb is just much more grand than master, there are unique qualities of master that are required to be Rabb. Like, Rabb must by definition be highly capable and extremely competent to not only originate the creation, but also bring it to perfection, stage by stage, while nourishing and sustaining it. Rabb has a concept of cultivation, like the human version of this is somebody who cultivates a garden by preparing the soil, planting the seed, carefully creating the conditions for all kinds of plants to grow stage by stage and nourishing them. Taking this example of the garden, let's compare these two statements, okay? I've gained mastery over this garden versus I've gained lordship over this garden. I think anybody living in this century would say that mastery implies that I am highly competent and capable in cultivating the plants of this garden. Whereas lordship just implies a kind of ownership and title and power over the garden. Lord has less dimensions to it than master. Lord is very much focused on owning and ruling over something, and you can say that all masters can be lords, but not all lords can be masters. Also, as noted before, the concepts of the word Rabb just seem like they would require the concepts of being a master. The word Lord originates from the British title of a person who has leadership of land. Aside from that, Christians use this word interchangeably with God. And we already have words, Ilah and Allah, which we use when we want to refer directly to God, to his essence. So saying Lord in that sense seems a little redundant. But now that I have selected the word master, we actually have a big problem. A lot of these translations are using the English word master to translate the word Malik, another one of Allah's names in Surah Fatiha. And the plot thickens. If you would like to find out what I found was the best translation for the word Malik, which is usually translated as master, then simply subscribe. You'll be notified when all new videos are released. Thanks for joining me. Subscribe to be notified and visit Islambrella.com for all new updates and to join our waitlist for the physical copies of the Qurans that we are putting up as videos. Thank you.